Howdy folks, Nathan Adlin here with the Fast Lane Car and the Fast Lane Truck, and most importantly with my buddy Roman Micah.
Hey guys, how are you? We're here in Moab, Utah, where they're about to unveil a very special vehicle. It's going to be, I think, Nathan, the most powerful Jeep ever built.
And one of the fastest.
And one of the fastest, yeah.
Now, for those of you who haven't figured it out by now, this is going to be the Jeep Grand Cherokee.
You can't say it for 2 more minutes.
2 more minutes and then we'll tell you.
You can't, of course. It's going to be the Grand Cherokee Trackhawk.
It's the Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. So,
Yep.
there you go.
There you go.
2 minutes. So we're going to get a tour of this vehicle shortly after they do the unveil, so stay tuned for that. If you have questions, save them till the end of the broadcast. We'll try to answer a couple of those as well.
Yeah, and they released the embargo stuff on Sunday, so we can actually talk about the horsepower. You know what it is. You guys know what it is.
707 horsepower. This is basically an all-wheel drive wagon version of the Hellcat.
Yeah. And there's some pretty phenomenal statistics about this car. First of all, it actually tows, Nathan.
Yeah, 7,200 pounds.
Can you believe that? And the tires, how big are they?
I don't remember.
295s.
295s.
Yeah.
That's right. Now on a track, I'm afraid to say this, but I think your car would be absolutely left in the dust.
Oh hell yeah! Yeah, the Hellcat is going to be much slower. This one, according to the fine folks at Jeep, is
0 to 60 is 3.5 seconds, according to Jeep.
According to Jeep, 3.5 seconds, and that's of course because it's an all-wheel drive system. It'll have launch control. It's going to have a lot of really cool features, and I'm really curious to see what it looks like in person. We've published the photos on TFL Car, and it was kind of hard to tell the difference between this and the regular SRT.
Yeah, so we're sort of hoping that this one has a little bit more pizzazz up close and personal. And once again, after they do the unveil, which is in about 1 minute away now, we'll be able to get an in-depth tour of this vehicle and hopefully get our hands on one pretty soon.
Yeah, we're going to do a walk around, so we'll give you an up close and personal view. You're going to see it at the same time that we see it, at the same time that it's being unveiled in New York.
That's right. We'd rather be here in Moab than in New York anyway. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's where Jeep belongs. It's not in New York.
New York City.
But they're doing a dual reveal, so he's look what he's doing there. He's always giving us a sneak peek at the brakes.
Oh, there we go.
Oh. Under the skirt.
A little peek under the skirt.
A little peek under the skirt.
You guys may have missed that. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you got
okay.
You got some of it.
Supposed to take a hit?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. So come on back. We haven't started yet. Andre's doing full coverage from New York, Nathan. And if you go over to TFL Car, you will see a complete everything everyone know video on the new Dodge Demon.
Yeah, the Dodge Demon, 840 horsepower. It's going to be bananas. I have a feeling on a track, a road course, I should say, this might be faster.
I think it will be too, yeah.
Yeah.
In a straight line, probably not. That one's 2.4.
According to Dodge.
Dodge 2.4, 2.5.
Yeah.
This is the second slower, but we don't know that yet because we haven't had these tested. All right, here we go. We're starting.
For your time and attention, joining us this morning out here for the 51st Easter Jeep Safari. We've got a great vehicle that we're going to unveil for you this morning, and I'm going to get started right now by handing it off to Chris O'Hare, Senior Brand Manager with G Brand Vehicles, and he's going to tell you what's underneath this curtain. Chris, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Good morning. Welcome to Easter Jeep Safari. This is truly the most fun and exciting event we get to do each year. I'm sure you guys feel the same way. We've made it quite a tradition in the Jeep brand to come out here every year, showcase our latest production vehicles, display our newest concepts, and really just interact with you. You are our loyal diehard fans. You're out here having fun on the scenic trails, challenging yourselves, and you'd like to do the same. So just an hour or so ago, Mike Manley, the head of the Jeep brand, introduced the latest addition to the Jeep family. And this is Moab, our home away from home, so we wanted to bring a second prototype out here and give you guys a sneak peek at it. So everyone knows Jeep is by far the off-road king. We did lay down the law in off-road capability. But every once in a while, we'd like to do the same in the on-road driving performance. So we introduced the all-new 2018 Grand Cherokee Trackhawk.
Thank God it's red.
Beautiful vehicle. Titanium finishes throughout. We're showing optional gloss black, lightweight wheels. It's got a quad gloss black exhaust system. But really it's not about the exterior finishes. It's about what it can do, what the numbers are. Why don't we pop the hood for this? Okay, this beast is powered by the 6.2 liter supercharged V8. 707 horsepower, 645 pound-feet of torque. It screams. Does the 0 to 60 in just 3.5 seconds. Quarter mile in 11.6. This vehicle tops out at 180 miles per hour. Oh yeah, and it can tow 7,200 pounds. I don't think there's too many others that can make that claim. The most powerful and the quickest SUV ever. And it's a Jeep, so of course we've loaded it with premium content, the latest safety and technology features, and it has a race-inspired interior. So this is just a prototype. The other prototype is making its debut out in New York, but you guys got to sneak peek. So I invite you to take some pictures, check it out. Be free to answer any sort of questions you may have. Be available later this year. More to come in the next few months. It is a prototype, so unfortunately I cannot show the interior. However, we do have catalogs that will be out for grabs in the next few minutes and do showcase the interior, exterior features, and what's available.
All right, guys, this is pretty exciting. Now, who is going to wager on which one of us is going to be able to wrestle the keys out of Jeep's hand before we get our first hand on it?
Thanks, Chris. Deep dive on the new.
Hold on.
Talk to Chris.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go talk to Chris.
Anybody want to
Go grab my way.
Yeah, I'll go.
So we're going to try to talk to Chris and get a one-on-one walk around this Jeep to show you more of what's under the hood and under the skin. Of course, this is an all-wheel drive vehicle, so it will launch better than the Hellcat. You can see the SRT Hellcat logo on the motor. Supercharged Hemi, of course. How much ground clearance, we don't know, but if you take this off-road, you're probably a little crazy, I would think. It's not the kind of vehicle that goes off-road very well, because let's look at the ground clearance. There's the ground clearance. Look at that. All right, good. Yeah, we're good.
Same idea.
Yeah, jump right in.
There you go.
All right. Okay, Chris. We're going to, first of all, can you introduce yourself to our viewers?
Hello, I'm Chris O'Hara, Senior Manager from the Jeep brand team.
The coolest guy in the parking lot right now, and the one who's going to be getting a lot of fan mail very soon, and possibly some hate mail if you think about some people who are pure Jeep off-roaders. But, you know, for a while now we've had like the Jeep SRT, right? And that's been a monster on the track. I wanted to go through this vehicle and then talk about the differences between this one and the SRT.
Of course.
All right, so let's start from the front end and work our way down.
Yeah, of course. So before we get into the engine, because that's a big piece of the difference, we can talk finishes. So this all-new Trackhawk comes with a titanium finishes throughout. Moldings on the exterior, lightweight aluminum wheels, gloss black, quad exhaust system, and really performance edition. So if you step around to the front, you'll notice it's all performance based. So we've dropped the fog lamps here for improved airflow. Again, all to enable what you're seeing now is the 6.2 liter supercharged V8. It screams.
The brakes are massive. Can you tell me about those?
Largest brakes around. So those are our high performance Brembo brakes.
How big are they?
No, I don't have this back.
Okay, they are larger than most car wheels. And then we'll give you.
That suffice.
That'll suffice for now. We'll have the actual technical information real soon. Come on, let's walk
Yeah.
a little bit, give some people some
I
room to.
like the supercharged badge. How come no Hellcat badge?
So really, the Trackhawk on the Grand Cherokee is the most capable off-road vehicle. This is the most capable on-road vehicle. Of course, we named it a Trackhawk.
All right, now this is really cool that it has the supercharger badge right here, but I noticed no trail weight rated badge right here. But it is an all-wheel drive system, right?
I'd call it street rated. Of course, it's all-wheel drive system. Still has the select train with the added track mode to it for this.
So you can take this in snow.
Of course, snow mode comes with it.
Okay, and it's an 8-speed automatic transmission?
8-speed automatic transmission. Really, that paired with the 6.2 liter enables it to put out the 3.5 second 0 to 60.
You know the top speed?
180 miles per hour. Very proud to say that.
180 miles per hour, and that's awesome. Come on, let's go a little bit further back here. Sorry, I know there's a rope between us, but that's how Jeep is. They make sure that we're separated. All right, let's talk about real quickly the overall size and how much further beefed up this is over the SRT.
So again, not a whole lot has changed size-wise from the SRT. Again, still sporting 20-inch wheels. These are lightweight, race-inspired wheels. Size-wise, it really is very consistent. It's some of the premium finishes to it that separate it. Unfortunately, I can't open the door, but it will come with a race-inspired interior theme, unique to the Trackhawk.
Yeah, let's look at the back. There's something really cool that differentiates this vehicle from the from the SRT. Let's have a look right here.
So this is the quad exhaust system that I was mentioning before. Again, so from the front and back, you'll know this is a Trackhawk coming down the road, if you don't hear it already.
Now,
Does it have the baffles like a Hellcat would, so you can change the sound of the engine note?
You know what? I will have to get back to you on that. I'm not positive.
Fair enough.
no problem, but there is something really cool back here that a lot of people may not comprehend. That is a tow hitch. And I believe this is rated at 7,200 pounds for towing.
7,200. So I don't recommend trying to hit a 3.5 second 0 to 60 while you're towing 7,200 pounds, but it can do both.
We're just the guys to try that.
I was talking to Mike Manley, the designer, and he said that they really wanted the Jeep to be able to tow because a lot of people will tow, let's say, their regular Jeep with it, right,
Yeah.
out here to Moab. So they'll use this to come here, and then they'll have their, let's call it the Wrangler or maybe one of the other Jeeps to actually go off-road.
It's the greatest sight in the world, seeing a Grand Cherokee tow another Jeep down the road or another toy. Our customers are great out here. They're Jeep enthusiasts, and this is what they do.
Let's ask the questions we won't answer, but we're going to ask anyway. How much is it?
Oh boy.
And what's the MPG?
Perfect. So pricing will be released later this year, as well as the MPG, closer to launch. The vehicle will be available in Q4 of this year. Pricing and MPG will be closer to that.
People are asking how many color combinations.
So this will come with the exact same color combinations that the base SRT does, with 2 unique combinations to it.
So you can get the same colors as the SRT,
Yeah.
basically, just a different engine.
We're showing it in red line here.
Yeah, actually, we want to thank you for that because a few years ago, you guys showed us a vehicle in black.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work so well, but this is great. So, are any parting tidbits you want to hand our viewers, such as are there any hidden JL components on this? I doubt it.
A little bit different customer than the JL customer. So no, I cannot point out any Wrangler features on this vehicle. It really is unique, though.
How about any Easter eggs?
Yeah, how about Easter eggs?
We got to let the customers find
Oh,
those.
okay,
Come on,
okay.
taking the fun out of it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
No problem.
Painless?
Yeah.
Yeah, so guys, thank you very much. I'm going to give you a quick walk around. You can see it before we sign off here. Is it trail rated? No, I don't think it's trail rated. I don't think it can take on the Rubicon Trail. That's a great question. You've got the functional, I believe, air vents. Let's take a look. Yes, indeed, they're functional. And that's great because I hate when they do fake air vents on the Jeep. It's very similar to the SRT model. So it's going to be very similar to like the Demon and the Hellcat in that you're going to have to actually know your Jeep to be able to tell that it's the Bad Boy 707 horsepower one. Of course, this does scream that you've got the interesting one. Hellcats start at about $70,000, so I figure it'll be in the 70 plus range, of course. This one has all the goodies. You can see it's got the adaptive cruise control right here. And Nathan, is this a vehicle that you want?
Let me put it to you this way. I'd be doing something obscene if the camera wasn't on. Sorry. Well, let me put it to you this way. Roman and I had an opportunity to drive the SRT on Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. And it was bananas. It was a ridiculous car to take on the track, but it was fun. It's like a giant WRX or something like that. This is going to be better. And I am dying to find out how this performs on the track. There are 2 things that need to happen in the near future. 1, Nathan needs to drive it. Don't worry about Roman. 2, we got to get our guy Paul in this vehicle. Paul's got to take it around our track and scream. And I'm willing to bet that this is going to insult an awful lot of German automobile lovers out there. I mean, come on, think about it.
X6M.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
AMG.
AMG. Yeah, this is a car that goes up ahead of those cars in terms of horsepower, at least.
Jesus, are huge.
I know, look at those. Those are like the size of, like you said, Nathan, many other car wheels. So, of course, the question is, how do they tune the suspension? You know, how will it actually handle? Is it more than just a straight line 0 to 60 car?
Now this is what I got based on the press releases that we read. This is actually meant to go around a track. They've done a lot of things to the suspension to make it a better suspension for overall performance. Obviously, brakes have been major upgraded. So, yeah, it seems like it would be. We'll have to answer that question when we start driving them. And we fully intend to drive as many as we can humanly get our hands on. Right now, in Craigslist, I'm putting Roman's truck and Hellcat up for sale, so we can get one of these in our fleet. And, but seriously, guys, look at this thing. Think about it. It is basically the U.S. interpretation of a proper sports wagon, and then some.
People want to know if we'll do a 0 to 60 on a snow test.
Without a doubt. I'll do everything I can the minute I get one. Snow, maybe a little bit of dirt, rally stage, you name it. I'm going to try to do it. I promise.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. As always, this is Roman.
And Nathan for the Fastlane Car. Remember, Fastlane Now, TFL Now is doing live broadcasting all the time. You never know where we're going to be hitting next.
And the cool thing is we're also doing the regular production work. If you want a regular kind of produced video, for instance, over at TFL Car, we've got Andre's report on the new Demon. Really well produced video. And guess what? You get to see actually Andre dancing in that video.
Yeah,
TFL Car. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's we call it TFL After Dark with Andre dancing. It's seductive. One final thing is that we're also, all of these prototypes that you see here, all of these concepts, we've driven almost every single one of these, and we have videos either out or coming out very soon with all of them. So, from Moab, we will catch you later. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, isn't that cool? Okay, guys, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.